1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad to have you, and if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, it's so nice to see you again. Today I'm going to be sharing two very important concepts that I believe every goalkeeper should know in order to play at the next level. Now, this is something that I teach every single person that I coach, and I've seen over the years just how much it's changed their game and how much it's made them better. So the first thing is, be a goldfish.
What?
Yeah, I know it sounds a little bit weird, but just hear me out. So goldfishes, if that's even a word, are known to have short-term memory loss. And as a goalkeeper, you have to have that. It is absolutely pivotal that you be able to forget key things like mistakes while you're playing. So maybe you didn't make the right pass, or maybe you should have dove a certain way, or maybe you should have stepped up in order to make a save, or maybe you should have gotten your fingertips on it, but you didn't. Whatever the case might be, you have to be able to let go of those things and look ahead and look forward and be ready for the next action. If you sit around and start dwelling on what could have happened, what should have happened, what you should have done, then you lose focus and you lose sight of the actual things that are currently happening. You cannot go back in time and fix your mistakes. So why worry about them? The only thing you can do is simply learn from them and then make sure that you avoid making those same mistakes again. That's how you get better. That's how you improve a lot faster than you would if you were trying to dissect and analyze every little thing that you do. I want you guys to remember this. Even professionals at the highest level will make mistakes. It's inevitable. None of us are perfect. None of us are flawless. We all make errors every now and then, but it doesn't mean that because we made those errors that we're no longer as good as we may have been or that we are. But all of that comes from here. Until or unless you let go of those mistakes and you do it quickly, you're gonna find yourself after one mistake in a game trying to wonder and think about, oh my gosh, am I gonna make another mistake? Is something else gonna happen? Is this gonna happen? Is that gonna happen? And it won't help you. I'll tell you this. Goalkeeper bloopers, whether it be during your training or during a game, are the absolute best because they're inevitable and they're actually pretty funny.
What's this?
So the second thing that I also teach every single goalkeeper that I coach is this concept of the Faraday cage. Now, I'm a cybersecurity subject matter expert, so this is where my IT background comes into play a little bit into my unique goalkeeper coaching style. For those of you who don't know, this is what a Faraday cage is.
So, a Faraday cage insulates the object inside of it by offering a very easy path for electrons to get to ground. The electrons are happy, the girls in the cage are happy, everyone's happy. While lightning strikes are a nice thing to block, there's another very useful thing that Faraday cages are used for: electromagnetic frequencies. Things like radio waves, ultraviolet rays, and most other things in the electromagnetic spectrum are blocked by Faraday cages. So your phone won't work very well if it's in a Faraday cage, which is why your reception is so bad in an elevator.
Now let me summarize it by telling you how I present this topic to my goalkeepers. In some sessions, I have clients who come in and they are very excited about the dinner that they're gonna have, right? Like I had one session where somebody came in and they were talking to me about the waffles and chicken that they were gonna have after practice. So they couldn't stop thinking about it because it's like their favorite meal, very excited about it, yada, yada, yada. During the session, however, you could see that their focus wasn't on the session itself. They were so easily distracted by the thought of the dinner that it just took all of their attention away from practice. And for goalkeeping, unfortunately, once this is gone, might as well just throw the whole session away. Might as well just throw the whole game away. If your mind is gone, if your mentality isn't there, it's over. So how I explain Faraday cage to my clients is, once you get in that box, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. You are completely focused on the game itself and nothing else. Let nothing distract you or take you out of that box, whether it be your own thoughts or the thoughts or words of people all around you. Like, think about professionals for a second. When they're playing, you have, sometimes hundreds of thousands of fans all around you, screaming all kinds of things at you, right? Like, you suck, you're terrible, and this is me being filtered. But these guys have to remain completely focused and pay no attention to the people behind them. Because when you do, when you get out of that Faraday cage, when you get out of that absolute focus mode, that's it. Now imagine, especially as a goalkeeper, because you get to be super close to the fans, right? If they're telling you you're terrible, oh, you're not gonna save it, or they start screaming at you, they try to distract you, and you actually start listening to it, it messes with your flow, it messes with your game. And eventually, it starts to take its toll. Maybe you miss a kick, and then they're like, oh, we told you, you were terrible. Maybe they score on you. And then at that point, they keep taunting you. Whatever the case might be, you have to find a way to keep them out of here, out of your mind, out of your head, and you just have to focus on the game. And this applies at any level. Once you enter that Faraday cage, once you enter that absolute focus mode, that's it. The only time when you truly get to relax and get out of that Faraday cage for an extended period of time should be at the end of the game. The final whistle blows, that's it, you're done. But until that happens, let nothing take your mind away from the game. Remember that goalkeepers have an insane amount of responsibility on the pitch. From organizing your back line to starting an attack, we get to do all of that. But until or unless you're fully into the game and you're focused and you can communicate effectively and do what is required of you, you might have a hard time actually being successful as a keeper and progressing to the level where you want to be. So again, remember those two things. Be a goldfish, have short-term memory loss for things that really don't matter, that you can't control, and enter your Faraday cage. Let nothing come in and let nothing go out. Once you're in the game, stay in the game. Stay focused on the game and don't let the thoughts of your dinner, maybe your date after, maybe hanging out with your friends, whatever the case might be, let nothing come into you that will mess up your flow. See, if you can be disciplined and you can master those two things, I promise you, you're going to see your confidence rise, you're going to see just how quickly you progress, and you're just going to start to see the result and the fruits of your labor. But that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about what I said. While you're in the process, if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you have any question about goalkeeping or if there's anything I can answer for you, please, again, drop it in the comment section. I'll be sure to take a look at it and maybe make another video about it. Who knows? But with that being said, until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless.